Do you like feet? This is just one argument that you may have in Guilty as Sock, a brand new game where you and your friends take the role of judge, jury, prosecutor, and defendant. During the trial, you have to provide evidence to strengthen your case using a deck of randomized cards, and you can even make your own. So let's answer the age-old question. Is Stan pretending he doesn't like feet?
Yeah, he's muted until it starts. That's what happened to me.
I present my argument that Stan likes feet and pretends not to.
I don't like the witnesses. I don't like the witnesses. It's a little girl in Santa Claus.
I just immediately guilty, or
it's the right thing to do.
Guilty?
I might have put the immediate guilty on for no reason whatsoever.
This is a tough case for us, buddy.
It's a lost case.
Okay, we found a cracked screen on a phone, and on the device, after bringing out the SIM card and the storage, we found hundreds, no, thousands of pictures of anime girl feet.
what the fuck?
I mean,
say?
if that's not enough to prosecute, then I don't know.
I mean, that's a phone. It could have been anyone's phone. Realistically, how could you tie it to my guy here? You know,
Your Honor, can I object?
Sure.
The phone had all of Stan's details, like where he lived, his phone number, his mum and dad's number was on there. It had pictures of
what's the smallest
2B.
number?
One sec. It's on there.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, look at that, boys.
Wow.
I'm a big
That's-
downgrade.
Hey,
I
mean,
I
upgrade.
feel like this
Defense.
jury, this whole court. I feel like it's corrupt.
excuse me?
Whoa, that is not going to help
Whoa.
your case, Stan.
I feel like there's a bias.
Sorry, I silenced him for his
Yeah, no, that's
absurdity.
good. Good job.
I feel
All
like
right,
there's
defense,
a bias
do you have
afoot.
anything to say?
Ben, you should have seen the photos on that phone, mate. It was fucking owling.
Bit of a filthy.
Rob, why
Yeah.
don't you show the
You
photo?
see, I produced the evidence of a broken phone. Now, here's the thing.
How do you show the
This
photo?
this
you
broken
painted?
phone.
The same phone in evidence.
This is my phone.
okay, thank you.
So that phone that he has there has been tampered with. My phone's been broken for years.
Oh my.
Your Honor, I'd like to bring a witness to the stand.
I feel like you sidestepped my evidence.
Okay, Mr. Ben, as a crying little girl,
don't like-
unfortunately had to witness Stan on the bus looking through the phone that we produced. Can you tell us?
Objection.
Ben, can you confirm that was Stan's phone?
Yes, Your Honor. He was looking at random feet on his phone in the back of the bus.
Objection. As anyone would know, I do not take public transport. I do not leave the house. How would the witness see me on the bus?
He's got a
that's a
point. I
good
think
one.
he has a
Ben,
point.
can you
there. He has a
confirm
point
that
there.
that is 100% Stan you saw on the bus?
It definitely looked like him, tongue and all.
Are you 100% certain that is the man you saw on the bus?
I mean, I picked him out of the lineup, so I'm pretty sure, yes.
You can't argue with that. There were 6 Stans in a room, and my witness, this poor little butch-looking girl, picked out Stan correctly.
I just mean you could talk to anyone. They
Okay.
know I
you get rid of
I don't leave the house. So you know.
Your
I don't
Honor,
know where
What
the
you trying to
evidence
do,
is
Joe?
coming from.
I have more evidence to present as well. I have his internet comment history. So he
my.
might have a Twitter profile, but he also has another one called FeetSlayer69XX. And he's down bad, sir. He is constantly in
Whoa.
he's in the DMs of women on Twitter, anime characters. He's saying like, yo, let me get my feet between those crusty dogs. And one time he even asked a girl to specifically not wash for a week so he could really taste the Parmesan cheese. He's a disgusting little cretin.
What the fuck do you have to say for yourself?
I just don't know where this evidence is coming from. I haven't used Twitter in years.
That's a lie.
Your Honor, he hasn't used his
Well, the
main
evidence
Twitter
is right
account in
there.
years. He uses his alt profile every day.
I think it's fabricating evidence. I don't have anything prepared for this, but it feels like a fabrication.
Stan, this
anything
case has been
prepared
ongoing
at
for a
all.
year. You had plenty of time to prepare.
All right, do you have anything as evidence to show me?
I submit the evidence of energy drink, and it's given guaranteed insomnia.
So you have
And-
more time to look at feet pictures.
No, the prosecutor is suffering from insomnia and delusions.
Oh.
Ah, I see we're attacking character instead of the evidence, huh?
You're attacking my character! You're attacking
Sir, I'd like to say that, yes, I drink energy drinks, but they help me stay awake for this year-long case. Everything that has been submitted today has been looked through by scientists, technology, interns.
I take it that you've done a drug test, right?
I've done a drug test, yeah.
And they came out clean.
Yeah.
Clean enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all.
I have
clean enough.
evidence in the
Clean
regards
enough.
to being clean.
Clean enough. Sorry?
I have regard.
Nope. Hold on, breaking news.
So he says he's clean, right? He says he's clean. Then what's this say?
So
The soap, that's the
That's
soap
clearly
I...
not used enough. That's clearly not
Right.
used enough. Did you not see that?
Your
I
Honor,
don't think you realize the clean part that we meant, right?
Your Honor,
It's clean
that
enough of drugs.
that
He's
soap
sober.
was bought today. It's not used enough because I showered and then bought the soap.
It still has the price tag on it.
Yes, it
What-
was
what
bought
it
today. I
is-
showered earlier.
What if it hasn't been used enough yet? Because Stan has himself messaged the prosecutor on Twitter. The
I
fee.
don't think the witness
Wait.
can be told.
Yeah, just
Objection.
be quiet.
You've been trying to get my feet pictures?
What the fuck? Oh my god.
I don't
Look
like
at the
feet.
take a quick look at the juror.
I don't like feet. I have never liked feet. I will never like feet.
Your Honor, I
Is
have
that-
evidence. I have more evidence. Okay, I'd like to present this gaming console.
Oh my god!
On it, Stan owns games like My Little Kitty Feet Adventure. He also has Honey, I Got Shrunk, and now I'm climbing on all the girls' feet.
I'd like to.
Are those
I'd
real
like
games?
to. I'd like to
They're his real
state
games.
to the second part of that evidence that states that the gaming console has never left its box. Hence, those games that he claims that I have played have never been played on said console.
Your Honor, the console
You-
shows playtime on the games. There's at least 100 hours on both those games.
It says it's never left the box. He's fabricating that. Read the evidence. Read
Your
it
Honor,
clearly,
Your
Judge.
Honor,
It's
there are
right in front of
holes.
your eyes.
There are holes in the box where he plugged it in.
I thought you were gonna say there's holes where he's, well,
He's lying,
Who could
he's
know?
lying through his teeth, sir. You can clearly
Objection,
see
Your
that
Honor.
that
I am a
console has
sock and do
never
not
left
have
the
teeth.
box.
Aha!
I mean, Jiro has teeth on his sock.
He's not on trial, yeah?
Are you targeting me now?
No,
He's
no, it was
targeting you, Your
anecdotal
Honor.
evidence.
You stop right there.
Your Honor,
This is defense of
evidence-
any.
the evidence piles up. I have more.
You have more.
Oh, it would seem like I cannot until Stan shows his shitey
Oh,
evidence.
God.
Hey!
All right. What the hell is that?
Behave
All right,
yourself.
what's your evidence?
My evidence is that there was recently a violent epidemic, and as such, nobody would have left the house, me included, meaning no feet licking or sniffing could have been occurred.
Your Honor, he's been looking at feet on Twitter. He doesn't need to leave the house.
If I was to use any site to look at feet, it would not be Twitter.
Oh, so you do use sites to look at feet?
Aha.
No, I use sites for
You
other
just gave
things.
yourself away on that one.
I've said this entire
Your
time.
Honor, I rest my case.
Do you have anything to say? What are you doing?
Calm down, sir.
I think this is open and shut.
It's not opening.
Another win in the bank, baby.
Well, Stan, maybe you should have called your expert witness. Maybe you would have helped yourself then.
I don't know what Santa Claus could have done for me.
Stan.
Now it's about time that my past catches up with me, as Stanny DeVito has gone missing. Oh, shit.
Oh.
Oh boy.
The past is catching
That's
up.
also kidnapping.
No! Child trafficking!
Today I bring forward the case of Kaif kidnapping my son, Stanny DeVito. As you all know, years ago, my precious baby boy, Stanny DeVito, was a good part of a lot of content. And you know what? He's been missing for years. Years, and nobody noticed, but I noticed. And you know where the paper trail leads? The paper trail leads right
Everywhere in this
over-
room.
Pretend that paper airplane hit him. Right over to him.
Stan, like, my father abandoned me, and so like father, like son, I also abandoned Stanny DeVito. I do not want a kid. There's no reason for me to kidnap Stanny DeVito. He has your DNA. He is useless and will never be loved.
you have any evidence to put forward?
I put forward a shady mail swap. This is part of that paper trail I told you about. You will find detail
Shit, you can read
of
that.
the swap that he did.
Yeah.
He said he didn't want my child. Well, he had him to begin with, and now
Very well.
he's the one who knows where my child is.
Your Honor, I'd like to argue the evidence that has been put forward. I don't even know what the fuck you tried to say with our shady mail swap, right? But I do have evidence, right? I have this worn out duct tape. This was found in the back of Rob's car, which I believe Rob was actually the true abductor of Stanny DeVito. I had nothing to do with this. I'm innocent. I would never kidnap Stanny DeVito. I do not want kids. I think they're filthy.
And is it a valid argument? Any counter to that?
There is no Stanny DeVito anymore. There's only Bobby DeVito.
Quite.
Look, all I can argue is where my paper trail ended, and my paper trail ended.
Oh, he was a neglectful father.
Well, I would like to call forth my witness. As I said, there was a paper trail, and I have a detective here.
Hello.
You are my detective, Cesar, right? You followed
Yes.
the paper trail. You ended up helping me get to find Kaif was the one who kidnapped my child.
Absolutely.
What did
So,
you?
I
what do you have to
started
share?
following the paper trail that was placed and shown, and it led straight to Kaif's store. And I saw him even purchase the paper that he used to try and frame my client.
You say there's a paper trail that led to my house, Cesar.
Yes.
So my first question is, would you not say that the land outside of my house is public property? And would you not say that anyone can walk along public property?
Well, of course, yes.
So anyone could have led a paper trail to my house.
That's very true. But I did see you with your hands touch the paper.
But is or is not?
It's the same paper I have around my head.
Is it or is it not true that the bag on your head is made of paper?
Is it?
Yes.
What the fuck?
You're wearing a bag on your head.
Objection
It's different
needed.
paper.
No,
It's
no.
brown paper.
Prosecutor, why is the witness wearing the evidence?
I'm an amateur detective.
He's an amateur for many reasons.
Could it not be
What?
argued, Cesar, that you simply misplaced your own paper along the way to my house?
Listen here. I have a license bought from eBay.
Judge, I think we're focusing too much on the paper. I do have a piece of evidence that Cesar did find while detecting
Absolutely.
by being a detective around Kaif's house. And that evidence is Stanny DeVito's worn out plushie.
Okay, well, my argument is that plushie is literally just a plushie of Bulma. It is an extremely popular Bulma plushie. It's mine. The fact that me and
Whoa.
Stanny DeVito own a Bulma plushie is just circumstantial. Listen to this, right? This guy thinks he's a big shot prosecutor, but he doesn't even know what the word is for when a detective is investigating someone. He said they were detectiving me.
Okay,
It's
alright, what is the word, Mr.
investigating.
Smart Guy?
And
What's
he's
the-
an
oh, yeah?
amateur
Oh, yeah?
detective that he got his license off of eBay. He's a
So
sham.
I would like to ask the witness, when did you get your license and how much was it?
Sorry, I fell asleep. What was the question?
Yeah, I'm dismissing this witness.
Thank you very much. Your Honor, can I call my witness? Oh.
All right, there we go. Yeah.
We don't get a choice!
I'd like to call my witness. All right. This is my
this is your
spouse.
witness.
His name is Spanny DeGito, right? And
What's up?
on the night that Stanny DeVito was kidnapped, where was I?
You were at home laying in the bed, right next to me, after taking a shower.
And what were we doing in bed?
We were doing many things.
You're gonna have to be more
Yeah,
specific than that,
Answer the
Spanny
question.
DeGito.
That's true. Well, there's this. My spouse here has
Yeah.
a very few kinks. Quite a lot of them.
Yeah.
And we were
We
doing
need
about
every
5
detail.
of them. Every detail? Oh, well,
every
honey,
detail.
we can't
Is this
tell them
relevant to the
that.
case, Judge?
It's okay. You got.
It's very
You
relevant.
have to tell them, otherwise I'm going to jail.
Oh, we can't have that. Who's going to fill me up otherwise?
Exactly. So what's my kinks?
Well, clearly, like he's not into feet because that would be disgusting.
No, I'm
Anyone
not-
who's
I'm
into
not
feet
Stan.
is,
Oh, yeah,
like,
yeah.
disgusting.
Yeah.
I agree with you. It's kind of gross.
We were kind of linked because he's very emotional. Very emotional. He likes being treated. He likes being giving, the having diapers on and stuff like that.
Yeah. Tell them about the one that rhymes with stegging.
He also enjoys, weirdly enough, being pegged on occasions.
What do you mean weird? Do you not support your other half?
No,
Yeah,
well,
well,
I
you think it's
support it.
weird?
I think it's weird that you'd never clean it.
True. I like it dirty. So, as you could tell from my witness, that I was busy on the night that Stanny DeVito got kidnapped, because I was with Speggy DeGito.
I'd like to
Yes.
cross-examine the witness. So
Hey,
you said,
prosecutor.
so you said that you were there with them on the night that the kidnapping occurred.
Not
you
just
said-
a night, every night.
You said, I would like to ask you, on that night where you were doing whatever you were doing, how bright was the room?
well,
were the lights
he's,
on or were they
he's
off?
doing it with the light on.
So the light was on.
It was very much on. We have like an extra light in the roof.
So it was very bright. So it was a little too hard to see.
Oh no, I saw.
You saw. Okay. But you said that Kaif went and had a shower, correct?
Yeah.
Your Honor, objection.
was
He's
time.
besmirching the eyesight of my spouse.
I would like the juror to ignore that bit of questioning right there. We will not have talk of showers here.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, but like, okay, well, he was not in the room with you for a bit, correct?
Well, the shower is right next to it, and I might have been peeking.
I would like to remind the witness.
Yep.
No talks of shower.
Oh, he was in the room next to me, and I was peeking.
That's acceptable.
But there was time where you did not see them properly, correct?
But I could clearly hear him.
And what's to say that that wasn't a recording? And what's to say when he went to the room that we won't mention, he didn't sneak out, kidnap a certain...
There's no window
Somebody.
in that room.
I would like to say that you may not know your husband as well as you think you might.
Your Honor, hearsay.
Do you have any evidence to support that?
I do indeed have evidence to support that. And right here it is, a broken phone. Now this phone is a spare, is an alternative phone that Mr. Kaif had here. My amateur detective, I know, doesn't have many credits, but I can guarantee you this phone was lifted from Kaif himself. And on this phone is his secret double life that you, his spouse, does not know.
So, have you seen this phone before? I'm sorry, Speggy
Never.
DeGito. Have you seen this phone before?
I've never seen that phone before. I can open his real phone on every time I want.
Okay. On this phone, I've been meeting another man. But does this shock you?
No, another one of his kinks. He's quite open about it, actually.
Wait, haven't I seen you dressed as a sheep before?
Shit. Your Honor,
That's why you've been itching.
can I admit some evidence?
Yes, of course. Yes.
Here, I have expired ketchup. And the reason why we have expired ketchup is because...
Use it for lube.
It's not my ketchup. Stanny DeVito was not kidnapped. Stanny DeVito run away because all that is in the prosecutor's house is expired food.
Do you have any count to that?
Well, that's quite untrue. I don't have expired food in my home.
Then explain this
any
expired
ball.
ketchup, Stan.
Well, I don't know where you've gotten that from. As you know very well, I'm not one to have sauce.
Your Honor, can I call Stan's witness to the stand?
Amateur detective at the
Mr. Amateur
service.
Detective. This
Thank
this expired ketchup. Who does it belong to?
Yes.
Remember, you're under oath.
I wasn't coached about this.
Answer the question.
Answer the question.
What do you mean
As far as I
coached?
know, I don't actually know who it belongs to.
Okay, another question then. Did you or did you not
Shit for the
find
both of us.
this ketchup?
I did find the ketchup, that's very true. But I
And
never
where-
really... Ow.
Where did you find the ketchup?
At your house? I broke in?
So you planted the evidence in my house.
No,
You
no,
just-
I came from your nightstand table.
Prosecutor, this witness cannot be admissible in any way.
Sir, I
they
call
just
to
admitted to a
dismiss
crime.
everything that this witness has said at all tonight.
Yep, I would like the
I
jury to
agree to
strike
the-
everything from the record that they've said.
Done.
Oi, my license is real.
Prosecutor, you really need
Shut
to
up.
get better witnesses.
No, that's on me. I should have paid for a better detective. That's on me.
Do you have any other evidence?
I put
We all pay for
forward
dinner.
a CD, a scratch CD, and it only has.
Breaking news.
That's reasonable. This CD was my son's favorite. It had only one song on it. Only one song. One song the court and most people should know here very well. It was produced by one of our very, what are they called again?
Juror.
Producers.
Jurors. Produced by one of our very jurors right here today.
Are you telling me you know one of the jurors?
Shit.
Do you know the jurors?
Nope, never seen them in my life.
Never seen them in my life.
I am going to submit evidence since this prosecutor is clearly an idiot.
Yeah.
A subway ticket. This subway ticket has Stanny DeVito's DNA on it, and it was a ticket they used to run away from home from their abusive father, StanCat123.
I think actually you need to closely examine that ticket, but that is not a subway train ticket. That is a subway sandwich ticket.
Remember earlier when I said that all the food in his house is expired? Yeah, they needed to go to Subway. Your Honor, the prosecutor is
we were
starving
getting
his
food.
child and the child run away.
Okay, I'm ready for closing arguments, I think. Because this is going nowhere, and I have not heard good evidence so far.
I feel like I've been made a mockery. I just
Just a
wanted to
little
find
bit.
out what happened to my child.
I can tell you.
I'm going to do something unorthodox. I'm going to open up to the jurors to say something. Okay, that's valid. That's valid.
Stan, I feel like you need to prosecute someone new.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's the truth, I just want to know where my kid is, man. If I've accused you wrong,
Can
I'm
I-
sorry,
can I
bro. We
just
go out
say
for lunch or
something?
something. I'll pay for it. I'm
Can
sorry.
I just say something here?
Yeah.
We got to remember the biggest problem here is Stan was so bad at Among Us, he died and somebody had to look after his kid. That's the problem here. Like, he
True.
lost the kid because the kid ran off because he couldn't look after it. He got flung at an airlock. Somehow he's got his memory back. That kid is gone.
I think we
Okay.
know where the kid really is, but you know.
It's just lies and slander.
So I'm going to take a. We're going to do this properly. Show of hands. Who thinks Kaif is guilty? Hand up for yes.
I'm not allowed to move my hands currently.
How do you do handstand?
Brilliant.
I'm glad you've seen the error of your ways and you agree he's innocent.
I'm not allowed to move my hands.
Easy game.
Unfortunately, Stan was detained.
And finally, we have the case against Griff, who is accused of just simply being Welsh. Griff is accused of dressing local cows up as sheep to fill the void in his life. Well.
Jesus.
Okay, let's hear opening statements from the prosecution.
I have known Griff here for a many of years, and if there's one thing I know about that man, is that he can never get enough sheep. Like, literally, it doesn't matter how many sheep there are, it's never enough. So in order to fill that void, he must lower his standards to the likes of cows.
There's one thing I
I've
need
seen
to
it. I've
clarify.
been to his house.
What law has he broken?
Well, the farmers didn't consent to this.
Oh, so they're not his cows.
They're not his cows, they're just random cows in the fields near his house. I've seen him go out at night. He goes
Okay.
out, 12 a.m., you know, he's like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna go get a takeaway. He goes out, I watched him.
Okay, so vandalism of property, okay? And the defense, your opening statements?
I live in Wales. There is no shortage of sheep, so why would I ever need a cow?
Okay, right. Prosecution, do you have evidence to submit?
Right, so, Exhibit A. We were at his house, hanging out with my friend. And he's like, oh, Let's go to the toilet. I don't remember the toilet being out the back door into the field next to it. I watched him slip into the wardrobe, grab his quite frankly crusty sheep outfit, and bring it out the back door with him.
And what do you have to say for your self-defense? What? I'd love to hear an explanation for this.
This sounds like typical government overreach with their pigeon drones. Spying on regular law-abiding sheep fuckers.
Okay, I'm gonna pretend he didn't say that. What does the government overreach have to do with, you know, cows being vandalized as sheep?
This evidence is irrelevant.
I'm gonna.
There's,
I want to hear his defense.
Ah, that
because
sounds really
pigeons
relevant to
do
me.
not recognize the difference between cows and sheep.
Objection, Your Honor. I
It
am
is
not a government
well-known
agent.
scientific.
Wait, I want to.
You
Wait,
work for the government.
hang on. How do you get the information from pigeons?
Because they're drones.
Wait, so are they? Wait, are the pigeons robotic or?
Yeah, they're all government paid.
Sweet, do they have cameras in them? Must have been.
Yeah.
So wouldn't a government employee be able to discern whether something is a cow or a sheep?
Nope. Cameras aren't good. Have you ever seen the government do anything competent?
He's got a good defense there. Okay, defense, show us your next evidence.
While we wait for the evidence, can the journalist please look at me?
The journalist looks like he's busy.
Oh yeah, he's busy. He's busy writing the manuscript. Breaking news! Oh no. So wait, this is what the pigeons saw.
Yep.
That's not the worst. That's not the worst CCTV I've ever seen.
I just want to say it was really hard to...
Settle down!
It was really hard.
Christ.
Oh, wrong person. Sorry.
It was really hard to put...
A torn comic book.
See, the prosecutor's clearly just taking evidence from comics that the Welsh go after other things than sheep.
What's in this comic?
It's the tales of Welsh cow.
Objection, Your Honor. That is not even real. He is fumbling.
I am going to do a quick Google search. There is a comic book called Llyfrau Golair Dwdlen ar y Fferm. The comic
With all
book.
due respect, Your Honor, you made that up.
In
No.
English, please.
At the farm.
Are you doubting the wisdom of the judge?
Yeah. Fuck you. So yeah, the evidence
What
exists.
does that translate to, Your Honor?
It translates to at the farm.
That is not the title that the defendant said.
What was the title the defendant said?
At the farm.
There you go.
He said, but Your Honor, what does the comic book have to do with this? I've clearly seen him go outside
Settle down.
and fuck cows. The comic
okay.
book has nothing to do
Well,
with
in
it.
that
I
case-
have never seen this comic in my life.
I want to see your next evidence.
Understood. An inherited ring.
Well, like a cock ring
This
or
ring
just a
used
ring?
to belong to the local bull, but now it belongs to Griff. And he dressed this ring up as a sheep and fucked it. It used to belong to someone. It belongs to the farmer. It's their own property. Yet Griff decides to inherit it, if you will.
I can answer this with a witness.
Okay, let's bring the witness to the stand. Right. Who is that? Your spouse. Okay.
This is my spouse, the bull. And do I not get you to dress up as a sheep? Your Honor, this is your evidence. Isn't this the bull?
I
Do you
see.
have permission
So-
to cross-examine the witness?
Let me just make a statement. So the defense is claiming that you're not actually dressing cows up as sheep, but you're actually dressing your husband up as a sheep.
In between normal sheep.
In between normal sheep. Okay. All right, you can cross-examine him, Brad.
What may I call you? Would you say that you're adequate for your husband?
I
Do you like
understood him.
cows?
What do you mean you understand?
And you wouldn't happen to be a cow dressed up as a sheep, would you? And how would I know if that's true? That sounds like a cow to me, Your Honor.
That sounds like a really convincing sheep to me, not a cow.
That's good.
Despite bringing their spouse here,
Yeah.
it still points to the actual reason. Their spouse isn't enough to fill the hole in their life. That's why they
Bailiff,
go with the cows.
can you smack the witness to find out if there's any like cosplay elements on him?
Yes, I will. He was a duck.
Oh my
Your Honor,
god.
this is another animal that just proves that he will go
It's just a
outside
really
of the
good
area of
cosplay.
sheep. While fucking a duck may not be illegal, it will still go out of the realms.
I gotta give it
Should
to
see
him.
the amount of outfits.
To turn it, wait, to turn a duck into a cow sheep? That's pretty impressive. Does the defense have any more questions for the witness?
No, I feel like that's it.
Does the prosecution have more questions for the witness?
There's nothing more that needs to be said that has not been shown.
Okay. Would the prosecution like to deliver evidence or a witness?
I would like to deliver evidence if you.
Okay, you may deliver evidence.
So we-
Oh no.
I stand here.
You
showing
brought in Epstein's book?
the f-
Oh no!
it's worse.
It's worse! No!
I stopped
Settle down.
myself from saying so much.
I was just so
no
stunned.
words.
Continue.
This is the diary of Mr. Griff over here, which is admissible.
Okay, tell me about it.
On account of it shows the dates. He keeps timelines of every time he goes and leaves the house.
Hmm.
And there's very clear motive here, talking about his need to fill that void that I so talked about, and the need to fill the void of the local bulls.
Ah.
So he even has timestamps of when he left the house.
Can you read
order to
an
fulfill
excerpt
such-
from the diary for us?
12:16 a.m. Actually, this is fun because this is one from when I was over there.
Fucking right.
Oh.
Brad has gone to sleep, and hopefully he won't hear me exit the house. I just fucked my mistress, but she's not enough. I need that sweet cow pussy. And the only way I'm gonna get that is by leaving now, when the farmer's asleep too. It's my only window. I'm sure to milk her after.
Oh.
I will fill you in when I'm done, just as I fill in the cow.
And defense, would you like to argue against this little black book?
Oh, I have evidence for that.
Oh, brilliant. I can't wait to see this.
This is a notebook of Brad documenting how he falsified the other notebook.
Objection, this is not admissible. This is clearly argumentative, and he just wrote it on a notebook next to him.
Can I see that notebook for a second, Griff?
Yeah.
I'll allow it. Can you read me an excerpt from the notebook?
Well, conveniently, I can read the same excerpt.
Oh, yeah, go for it.
Griff has gone to sleep. I'm jealous. He has all the sheep to himself. So the only thing I can think of doing is slandering his name, making sure that people know that he is Welsh and doesn't go after sheep.
Breaking news! Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, Stan, what the fuck?
Your Honor, I move to exile the journalist from this
Yes,
case, please.
yes, keep the journalist locked up at all times. Thank you very much.
My
Yep,
artistic
don't worry.
desires will be read and will.
You were saying?
This notebook is clearly fabricated in an attempt to defend his point, because he knew I was prosecuting him today, and he knew I had this admissible piece of notebook that was his journal. However, he has decided to try fabricate this and use the occasional fling with myself and him as a way of showing it.
Okay,
And
how
he
can
thinks
we
that I am a jealous man, but I am not.
how can we prove the validity of the diary you've presented over the validity of the notebook he's presented?
Your Honor, I would
Obviously-
also like to put a piece of evidence in a way.
Go for it.
The prosecutor wants my Giro. He wants my ball.
Okay.
I have no interest
I'm gonna
in
do
him.
something unprecedented. I'm gonna call Brad's witness to the stand. A movie producer. Brad, what is your relation to this movie producer?
This movie producer is someone I ran into in my investigation of Griff's antics at night. Movie producer tends to live close to the farm where these occasions have taken place. They've seen some stuff very similar to myself. A friend of the farmers as well, if you will. And, well, let's just say the movie producer part has nothing to do with it. They've just seen the antics of Griff.
And what is your question for the movie producer?
Your Honor, with all due respect, you called him to the stand. I did not wish to question him at this time.
Mr. Movie
Your Honor,
Producer.
I would like to question though.
Yes, you
Yes.
can question the movie producer.
Have you produced any films that we would know?
Just a small movie called Titanic.
Your Honor,
So-
regardless of my movie
Your Honor,
producers,
I would like to put forward
and
that
just-
the movie producer is being used as a witness purely for clout, so that they can get filming rights later.
Ah, you're a little clout goblin, are you, Brad?
I did not call the witness to the stand. You did.
But you
That's why
Some
produced.
didn't
might
wanna
say that
call the
Griff
witness.
has more to gain from this than I.
But
do.
you produced
But
this
it's
witness.
your witness.
I did not produce it.
So you didn't
called
want to
him.
call your own witness?
I called him
because
to the
you
stand,
knew
but
it
you
would-
produced this witness.
Yes, because he has seen the things that Griff has done.
Your Honor, I'm
His
ready for
occupation
closing
has nothing to
arguments
do with
already.
this.
This is clearly
Your Honor, he's being argumentative. He wishes to dismiss this as soon as possible, on as little evidence as he's had.
Mr. Movie Producer, can you tell us if you've had any films related to Griff's cow fucking?
Oh, well, not specifically the cow fucking. We've used his cows in movies, and there were times where we were like, oh, we actually needed sheep. And then Griff graciously provided us a costume of a sheep perfectly fitting a cow.
Your
And we
defense,
used
Griff?
that for the movie.
my bull is built like a cow.
Right, I see.
Your Honor, I was under the impression that his spouse was a sheep. Where's the bull part of this come from? He has stolen the local sheep from the local bulls.
They're called the bull.
That's their name.
Yeah. Are you judging them based on
I
their name?
withdraw my statement.
Okay. All right. Does the prosecution have more evidence?
Actually, fun enough, you can keep our witness here.
Oh.
I received this disturbing email while I had returned to Ireland after my trip from the movie producer right here, just telling me more about the antics and that he's not stopping at cows now.
Oh,
It's
no.
not enough. He's gone shorter.
Yeah.
The local chickens, I didn't think they could take Griff. I've seen Griff. It's a lot. But I didn't think they could handle it, but apparently our movie producer had seen that.
Oh no. Your defense?
I have evidence for that as well.
Yeah.
So I have evidence that the prosecutor has been buying cutout animals off the dark web and a cardboard cutout of myself
Oh, okay. And how is that relevant?
to try and make a movie so that they can try and slander my good name.
Your Honor,
my-
with all
and
due
my
respect,
husband's.
the only reason he was on the dark web was to buy a sheep outfit for a chicken. With
That's
all
on
due
the regular
respect.
web.
Can you explain why you were on the dark
Excuse
web?
me?
While I was on the dark web,
Yeah.
yeah, because gotta get those lifelike sheep costumes for my husband.
I see. And your husband is what animal?
Human. Called the bull.
What?
Human question mark? Okay.
Am I still here?
It's pretty clear. The bull is a human, and he likes to dress the bull up as a sheep.
Yeah.
Breaking news!
See, the Jura gets it.
A chicken on the Okay. I'm going to hear closing arguments from the prosecution.
The evidence
have
presented
one.
here today is a clear indicator of the antics that Mr. Griff gets up to in the hour of the night. He is violating local farmers' animals in order to try fill a non-existent hole left by his wife, named the bull, who's a human, and makes sheep noises, and by the other sheep in his life. This is a clear indicator that he is guilty, as is shown in the notebook and all the other evidence that has been presented, and by the witness on hand.
Bitch.
It is clear as day that he is guilty of this charge. This man will continue to terrorize local farmers, and if he can go to chickens, he'll go beyond.
Defense, closing statements.
Well, first off, I would like to put that the prosecutor misgendered my husband,
Right.
who was called the bull. And I would also like to say that this whole case was just a sham caused by the prosecutor for the one reason of that he sucked off a horse.
Oh, God. Shocking. Okay. Jury, you now have a minute to confer amongst yourselves what you think we should do.
That's pretty
I feel
good.
like he's
One
not
second.
guilty.
One second. One
I
second.
feel like not guilty. I'm going with your Ben, mate.
Yeah, I feel like he had pretty good counter arguments.
I feel like there was definitely corruption with the director. Like I felt that.
This is what I think happened.
Oh. Well, is that guilty or not guilty though, Nia?
I mean, I would.
We got not guilty from Rob. Not guilty from Ben. You're irrelevant. Alright, not guilty. Not guilty.
Yeah.
Good job, Griff. You did it.